Today's vehicle is a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan, and to be blunt, it's an absolute disaster. Alright, so getting started on the pre-wash rinse here, and I figured I would give you guys a bit of the background on this van. So when the customer dropped it off, she was telling me that the van was originally her grandparents and she recently bought it from them. And then since she has young kids, that's why she wanted to get it fully detailed and clean, because the vehicle has also been heavily smoked in. And fortunately, I was able to film her reaction after the detail, so make sure you stick around to the end to catch that. Turning to the wheels, and although they looked really clean after being sprayed off, there was still a little bit of brake dust on them. So using my Meguiar's wheel and tire cleaner and letting it sit for a minute, it's able to easily cut through that. And then when I agitate the wheels with a few different brushes, whatever brake dust or dirt that was left on those wheels can be easily rinsed off. Now getting some nice thick foam all over this fan to help loosen any remaining dirt on here. And I'll take the opportunity to go around with a detail brush and use it around any trim, emblems, and behind the gas door so I can get any dirt lifted out of there. Now thankfully there wasn't too much for debris in here aside from what was around the console, and I honestly have no idea what this pile of salmon colored stuff was. My first thought was that it was dried up vomit, and the green stuff there looked like dried up pieces of lettuce. Definitely never seen that before, and I'm very thankful that I'm wearing a mask and I don't have to breathe that nasty smell in. Now, if any of you are curious, the drill brush I'm using here is definitely one of the more versatile tools that I have in my arsenal, as not only do they work really well for agitating dirty carpets, you can also use them on floor mats like you saw earlier, or on dirty tires, and they also come in a variety of colors and stiffnesses, so there is a ton of different uses for them. I've got the link for these and almost every other product and tool that I use in the description for you, so feel free to check those out. I would highly recommend picking some up. Here's all the dirty and nasty water sucked out of these seats and carpets. Gross. Moving back to the interior, and it probably doesn't show quite as well on camera, but absolutely every inch of the trim had some sort of dirt, grime, or crayon on it. So I started with just using APC and a detail brush as I normally do, but it quickly became apparent that wasn't quite enough to do the job. So I called in the big guns and used the steamer to loosen up all that gunk. And again, it just makes quick work of everything and is so much fun to use. So if any of you out there have kids who like to display their art on the inside of your vehicle, this McCulloch MC1375 steamer is capable of handling all kinds of spills and grime, so I would highly recommend checking it out. The link is down in the description for you. Now just before I call this detail done, because the smoke smell was so bad in here and the owner doesn't smoke and has kids, I'm using my ozone machine to neutralize those odor molecules, and after letting it run for about 10 minutes, the smell is completely gone. Then I just let it air out for a bit after so the ozone molecules can dissipate. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, have a look in there.
It looks so new. I have to look at that cup holder.
Yeah, there were some pretty grimy spots.
And all the stains are gone in the seats.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, glad you're happy with it. Okay, I'll leave you those and
Thank you.